15 for today.
Oh, geez.
So
all right. Well, hey, this is a perfect product to lead into this, because if you've already fallen by the wayside with your New Year's resolutions, one of those being working out, you can't burn the fat that you have. You know, you want a paycheck if you're working. You can't burn the fat that you have if you don't have carnitine in your system, right?
Well, carnitine is something that needs to be present in every cell in our body.
Right.
In order for carnitine to be moved, there's an enzyme called carnitine acyl transferase.
Okay.
Sort of three segments to that word. Well, three words. Carnitine, as in carnitine, the ingredient in this product. Acyl refers to fatty acid. And transferase refers to the fact that it's an enzyme that's actually transferring it or moving it. But what I like about this product is the fact that the form that we delivered, the form that we deliver the carnitine in, a lot of folks might just be attracted to carnitine because of its role in fat-burning metabolism, which it is a critical role. And for many of us, when we're starting to do the right things in terms of diet, in terms of, say, exercise, whatever the changes might be, when we're starting to do those things, we want to ensure that we get the best results. Ensuring that you have adequate pools of carnitine, adequate reservoirs of carnitine is a good decision. But I don't like folks to look at carnitine as sort of a standalone weight loss product and really as a weight loss ingredient. But the form that we deliver is a form of carnitine that delivers far more benefits, because acetyl L-carnitine is an ingredient that we originally used in our memory and brain product. We would have never contemplated using it as a way to deliver carnitine for those seeking to support fat-burning metabolism, because it was so expensive. But today, the cost of acetyl L-carnitine has become so efficient that we could use it as a way to deliver carnitine, even for those that aren't seeking to support their brain, support their brain's actions or support their heart. That acetyl L-carnitine is an incredible opportunity to deliver not just the benefits you might seek in terms of fat metabolism support, but also to give a critically important ingredient to your brain, because acetylcholine is the most important neurotransmitter in our brain. And acetyl L-carnitine supports the production of that critical neurotransmitter. And many of us don't realize that our nervous system, the way it works, it's a series of connected neurons, sort of a series of connected circuits. And for those circuits to talk to one another, for those nerves to talk to one another, and it's amazing how rapidly all this works, but those nerves require neurotransmitters that exist between the synapses, which are the spaces between our nerves. So those synapses, it's a fascinating system the way it's developed, because it makes sure that our nerves could be separated so they could be separately controlled, but they could communicate with one another using neurotransmitters. And acetyl L-carnitine is a critical component for the production of acetylcholine. But this time of year, I think more folks target the fact that they're now getting the best form of carnitine at this ALC, acetyl L-carnitine, at a bargain price, and they're also getting the brain benefits and the additional benefits.
See, and you know, it's so interesting, because you're right. Originally, when we were talking about this ingredient, we were talking about the benefits to the brain. We were talking about the benefits to the heart. So, girls, it's just a side benefit regardless of how you look at it. To Andrew's point, though, this is a product that is wildly expensive to formulate. So you just choose your size of choice, the 60, the 120, the 240, and the 360. Please note, it is a monthly special. So that means, of course, as per all of Andrew's items, not only special purchase pricing, special flex pay, free shipping, 30-day unconditional satisfaction guarantee. And I think for a lot of us out there, when we talk about Andrew, we talk about not only the Andrew Lessman difference, made with the energy of the sun, no binders, no additives, no fillers, in a form where it really can go to work for you.
100% pure.
100% pure.
I moved my company from Santa Monica back in the mid-90s, from Santa Monica to Henderson, Nevada, because in the desert we could make everything without any additives at all. They were the only 100% pure vitamins produced in the world. Also, everything we produce is 100% produced with solar energy. I'm not sure if there's any company that can say all of their products are produced entirely with solar energy and with zero carbon footprint. So these are just factors that I think show how responsible we are. What I was going to read is just some quotes on acetyl L-carnitine and carnitine in general, to give a little insight into the two roles it could play among many roles it will play in your body. But if we look at the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, carnitine is indispensable for the transport of long-chain fatty acids across the inner mitochondrial membrane, and the mitochondria is where all the energy in our cells are produced, to their site of oxidation. In other words, in order to transport fats to where they're burned, you need carnitine, and that ends up ultimately delivering adenosine triphosphate, ATP. Again, from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, when administered orally, as we are doing here, L-carnitine enhances the performance efficiency of high-intensity muscular exercise. In fact, L-carnitine was shown to improve total muscle mass, reduce total fat mass with weight gain, and improve walking capacity, meaning the weight gain is muscle mass, not fat. And from Metabolism, a scientific journal, more importantly, our data show for the first time that supplementary L-carnitine significantly increases fatty acid oxidation, fat metabolism, fat burning. From the Annals of the New York Academy of Sciences, this is the other side to acetyl L-carnitine. It's an endogenous, meaning internal substance that acting as an energy carrier at the mitochondrial level controls the availability of acetyl L-CoA. ALC has a variety of properties that exhibit restorative or even protective actions against aging processes and age-related memory changes.
Oh, wow.
Acetyl L-carnitine contains carnitine and acetyl moieties, both of which have neurobiological properties. Carnitine is important in both the beta oxidation of fatty acids, fat burning, and the acetyl moiety can be used to maintain acetyl-CoA levels. From the Annals of the New York Academy of Sciences, acetyl L-carnitine has been considered of potential use in age-related memory changes because of its ability to serve as a precursor for acetylcholine. So there's a long list I could continue here. From nutrition, acetyl L-carnitine participates in cellular energy production, a process especially important in neurons, nerve cells, and in removal of toxic accumulation of fatty acids. There's so much great science. From molecular psychiatry, other reported neurobiological effects of acetyl L-carnitine include modulation of brain energy and phospholipid metabolism, cellular macromolecules including neurotropic factors and neurohormones, synaptic morphology, and synaptic transmission of multiple neurotransmitters. In other words, acetyl L-carnitine supports the things in our brain that as we get older don't function as well as they did when we were younger. So yes, we tend to focus on acetyl L-carnitine because of the carnitine component that supports fat-burning metabolism this time of year. But know when you might be using it for that benefit, you're getting the singular molecule or the foundational molecule in our memory and brain product at more than double the potency of that product.
Thank you for interpreting that chart. I was having a Harry met Sally moment. I'll have what she's having.
Right, yes. I mean,
because I looked at that chart and I'm like, oh, neuro.
Oh, no. And we have about 50 charts that discuss all sorts of interesting relationships that acetyl L-carnitine has with how our brain functions.
You know, I love doing these variety shows. The only thing it's hard to do is because you've got so much great information about everything. So, you know, tape it, watch it. Please shop and watch at midnight, of course. First look at our...
Hopefully we're not falling behind in time.
I know, sorry. Okay, see? You gotta keep me on track, Andrew.
Because we have a lot of products. I want to make sure during a visit, especially a visit like this, almost all of our products are at extra special pricing. So I like to make sure that not everyone's going to be searching them out on the web.
Yes.
So everything is during the visit at special pricing with free shipping. So I like to give them an opportunity to be seen so everyone is aware.
Good idea. Okay, so we're gonna, I know this is quick, but remember when we talk about energy on a foundational level, you know, whether it's your heart, your pancreas, your liver, your gum health, great pricing, which honestly is hard to ignore. Actually better pricing than you've ever done because this is now right up there with one of your #1 reorder products. Again, 30, 60, 120, and 240. In any case, honestly, the value speaks for itself.
And CoQ10 recently, again, this is an ingredient. I've been making vitamins for 40 years. This is an ingredient that we introduced back in 1984, so what is that, 35 years ago now. Coenzyme Q10, when I first introduced it, it was pretty much dismissed. The science was incredible, but I was the only one really talking about it. So it took a number of years, about 20 years, before it really got the attention it deserved. And nonetheless, I continued to talk about it on television until enough folks tried it, and that created, I think, the interest. Once you try this product, you never want to be without it. We talked a moment ago about acetyl L-carnitine, and carnitine's role in the transport of fat within our cells, so those fats can be beta oxidized, so they can